Well, howdy there, every pony. I'm Afro Circuit,
Plot point.
and this is...
It's that one brony show, not the other brony show. It's that one brony show. It's that one brony show, not that brony show. It's that one brony show.
Drop it.
I didn't see you there. You didn't see anything.
Dude, you didn't see anything.
You didn't see anything.
These are not the droids
Move
you're
along.
looking for.
Move along.
Move along. Alright, so, welcome to our 9th episode. That's 1 away from 10. We've almost made it to episode 10.
You can count again,
Alright, so...
He's dying a little.
First thing to make note of, I'm gonna be doing that a little bit this episode because I've been fighting a flu coldy thingy for the past 2 days now.
I'm immune.
And so it's had me coughing. I had on and off fevers yesterday and day before that and a little this morning.
Don't worry, I'll be fine,
So-
folks. I'm immune.
Yeah, so I'll be drinking. No, this is not my own urine. This is in fact green
This is my
tea.
urine.
So I just wanted to apologize ahead of
likes
time.
this guy.
So I wanted to apologize ahead of time for any out of control that I do. So first of all, I just want to say I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Because first of all, this Friday, as many of you know, and many of you are going to participating, we are most certainly going to, and that's it. McDonald's will be releasing their pony
Now,
toys!
you leave enough for us. And if you don't, we'll come to your house and take your doubles. Because no man needs to be deprived of ponies.
No
But
man.
we'll take your doubles. Your doubles are ours.
They're ours. But since we live in a fairly out of nowhere kind of place, like, I will just applaud anyone who actually traveled out to our little neck of the woods to get pony toys. But either way, so on Friday,
You one crazy mofo.
so on Friday, Platpoint and I, we are going out to McDonald's and we're gonna buy some ponies. And if they don't let us buy the pony toys straight up, then we are gonna straight up buy the 12 Happy Meals.
They cost about $25 to buy the 6 necessary Happy Meals, and then you can just request the toys. Can't stop you from requesting.
So, we're actually we're even getting a little hopeful now that they make us get the Happy Meals. Because if they make
We
us...
got it all figured out. You see, we got a bunch of chicken nuggets because those are the easiest to consume. You get the fries, and then you get like 3 chocolate milks and then 3 sodas. The sodas are for there. The chocolate milks are for saving up for later. Now you get like 1 burger meal because you know you want a burger. Come on, and that's about it. And then I think you get like a cookie or something.
I don't think the kids' meals get cookies.
Oh,
I think you have to be willing to pay the extra $1.
screw it. We're not getting cookies.
But we get plenty of chicken. We get enough chicken nuggets to throw at people. We can get ourselves kicked
Why
out.
would you throw chicken nuggets at people? We need to eat the chicken nuggets.
Either that or
The
toss
fat! I want it in my heart.
them. Either that or toss them to some... No, that would be horrible. That would be horrible to toss them. He said it, not me. Not me.
I'm a heartless bastard. Your comments can't hurt me.
So,
Want to know
anywho,
how heartless
I
I am? I can read anything and not cry. You know that ending scene in Forrest Gump where you know Jenny's gonna die? Didn't cry. Know that scene where Bubba dies? Didn't cry. I'm soulless, heartless, and a monster.
So, anyway, on to the episode. This...
No! Back to my rant. And also, I'd like a pizza, pepperoni, medium large, and sprinkles.
Sprinkles on a pizza?
Don't judge me. I want the outside to be made of Krispy Kreme. And the inside to be made of fondue. And also, I want the crust to be made out of chicken. Don't judge me! Don't look at me!
Alright, so we actually have a lot of stuff to cram in on this episode. This episode is gonna probably run a little long, which I know annoys a lot of people.
I'm watching. I probably won't go deaf this... Oh, okay, I got it.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
The little blue light on?
Little blue light is on.
Not flashing?
Not flashing.
Alright, let me make sure I'm good. Yep, I'm good. Alright,
It would have been horrible if we'd figured that out now.
Oh god, that would have been horrible.
Yeah,
So,
we'd have to restart from scratch, people.
anyway, like I said though, we do have a lot to fill in. And so, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started, and I'm actually probably gonna talk fast, which means I'm probably gonna cough a lot too, but either way. So, first of all, we finally got ourselves a Fluttershy dedicated episode, and may I say, nailed it! They nailed it right on the, cause with a character like Fluttershy, it's so hard to build. Yeah, it's so hard to build an episode around a character like this.
Well, really, it's about her returning back to herself because she can't be more perfect. That's what all the Fluttershy episodes are about. They're about her going and being coerced by people. Being coerced by people to change her ways, and then figuring out that she had it right all along. Fluttershy is always right.
Oh, and this is also, isn't this also our first Fluttershy letter to Celestia ever?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we finally got a letter that she learned.
There was the one that Twilight took down about the kids, but
it wasn't really her letter.
Debatable.
Yeah, debatable. So this was just, it was an extremely dynamic episode.
Want to debate it? Go somewhere besides here.
Or I guess if you yell at us enough in the comments, then maybe sometime if I'm bored.
Maybe we'll take notice of your petty life.
So, very dynamic episode for Fluttershy's character anti-development, then return back to zero development. But either way, very well written episode. So, my hat goes off to DHX. They did a very good job on this one. So, one of the first things to make a direct note of is at the very beginning. So, at the very beginning, we obviously know that Fluttershy is a shy pony, but then of course, like, so far we've always had this idea that she lives in this perfect world where all of her animals and people around her respect her enough to not be mean to her. So this was kind of a sort of down-to-earthy about the real-life stuff that goes on. And one of those things is the fact that
ponies are real people? No.
So one of the things that we find out about
Manly deer of manliness
is the fact that her animals don't listen to her at all.
Lunchtime! Who's hungry? Plenty for every pony. Slow down, sweetie.
Just not at all. They're just like, what'd you say?
Listen to her.
They listen to her and disregard her.
When they want to eat more, like Fat Mouse.
Like
Fat Mahoney's pet, obviously.
So, obviously, one of the most dynamic animals, and of course her pet, that we all know and loved. Emphasis on the loved part. And that's Angel, who obviously had the most personality out of all of them. Now, at first he's just a little stubborn. He doesn't want to eat the happily generic brand pet pellets that are apparently for every woodland critter.
Oh yeah, those green pellets filled with so much green flavor. Soylent green pellets are animals.
So he refuses, and so then of course she's like, oh, all right, and it's just kind of adorable. Then she gives him the salad.
Okay, Mr. Picky Pants, you win. Carrots, lettuce, and apples, yum yum yum. What?
But then
That's
this
totally
is
your own meal.
yeah, that's where things take a turn for the worst. So she immediately she just smacks she smacks the bowl, or Angel throws the bowl away.
I'm not
and it
sure what
shatters.
gender Angel is.
I think it's supposed to be a he.
Yeah, I think so too, but I don't know about Bunny.
Genders.
Yeah.
Oh, and also before this, when she gives him the pellets, he kicks it and it falls on her head. So that's when you're first like, Angel, not cool. And then he
Cool,
throws
dude.
it away. But then he has the audacity to demand a special recipe from a cookbook. Well, can it even really be called a cookbook if it has salad recipes in it?
Yes, salad
Alright.
requires cooking.
Throwing things in a bowl creatively?
You don't understand the difficulty of some salads, Padawan. One day you shall learn. If you don't do it just right, the vinaigrette will not settle just right. You need an even layer of vinaigrette on each and every leaf, distributing enough flavor to counteract the bitterness of the essentialness of all those greens. Because damn vegetables bitter. Meanwhile, it's like, why do you need to be so healthy if you taste so bad? But then you put the perfect vinaigrette. It's all healthy. It's like 10 calories, and you're like, I know more about salads than you know about life.
So, obviously, he requests this special recipe from the book,
Don't judge me.
and then she tries to plead with him and offers him a piece of lettuce, and this is where he crosses the line.
The line, man. The line.
I'm not sure I can even make that. Well, I don't want you to starve. Oh, are you sure I can't tempt you with a nice crisp piece of... I'll make your special recipe.
It's one thing if you disrespect her in a way. It's another thing if you
See this
maybe... like, at first I
imaginary
thought
lie?
that maybe it was an accident that he kicked the bowl onto her head. But you do not slap Fluttershy. You do not.
Not in the hand, not on the face. No!
Never, ever, 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 ever,
You
ever,
see this
ever, ever.
imaginary line? Don't cross it. You don't cross it.
Crossing that line, the only things that count as crossing that line are making one of the main six cry, or if you even touch the line, that's when you start making Fluttershy upset or harming her in any way. So, obviously, that made Angel public enemy #1.
We're coming. We know where you live. We'll be quiet, like a ninja pony.
So the next scene after our nice little intro thing that we all know and love is we finally get to see Ponyville's marketplace. Aside from, like, we've always seen like little
I
corners
think it's
of
more
it.
of a bazaar.
Yeah, it's like a bazaar because like when you think about like where the apples
There's
sell
more
their
than
apples.
one person selling their wares.
Yeah.
Like, there's 2 people selling grapes and a couple of like stands selling various vegetables of the same make.
So we finally get more definition as to how
And there's
trading
more
works.
debate.
Yeah, there's also more
bizarre-y,
debating
you know,
about prices and whatnot.
haggling.
Yeah, a lot more haggling going on. So of course she's Fluttershy's going around picking up all the ingredients she needs to make the salad for Angel. And so one of the very first things to make note of,
Still
though,
on, people.
is that in so many of these different, like, there's like at least 4 or 5 different counts of it, and that's that we see these constant Lyra and Bon references. I mean, we've got one here, we've got one there, we've got one there, and I'm sure there's probably more. I'm just gonna make reference
You've
to
all
3.
seen Derpy with her muffin bag off.
Yeah, there's Derpy's muffin bag, and then best thing of all, I personally know, he is my favorite disposable character aside from Fat Pony, and that's Pip is back!
I still say that Pip is Fat Pony. He just lost some weight and re-dyed himself because he looked cool that way. And he brought back the British accent.
Either way, the classic Pip look at least is back. So I was so glad to see that at least he was being recycled as a background
get
pony.
pushed out into the background of the whole series and shot with the shotgun of never appearing again.
He didn't die at the orphanage like all the other little ponies.
All the other British ponies. You know it's a requirement to be an orphan to be a British pony.
So, obviously the very first things that give us a little hint at plotline is the fact that she gets cut in line numerous times. The first time, she gets cut in line by this very rude lady pony. Then she gets cut in line by this old dude with a hearing problem.
You could at least understand that.
Yeah, you can at least understand that one. But then there's these very rude teen, like they're like
teen ponies.
yeah, they're like from the 80s
Valley
or
Girl,
something.
80 time traveling pony. They must have went with Bill and Ted Pony.
I noticed.
I was like, oh, wow.
Hey,
Do you mind moving back? You're in my personal space.
but...
Seriously? Do you need your asparagus so badly? Get out live.
Oh, okay. There's no rush.
Like they look like they would go to a school dance with Cheerilee.
Cheerilee in her 80s outfit.
So, she gets cut in line by these numerous different people, and then just when they're about to, and then they just keep cutting in line, and so then she bumps into Rarity and Pinkie Pie, and then they notice that she's getting pushed around, and then they finally decide to tell her about this problem that she has. And so, after showing her what her problem is, they start trying to show her different tactics to fixing the problem.
Seduction, the exact same thing as assertiveness. Wouldn't you say?
Well, I do declare.
Oh.
So, of course, we get seduction from Rarity, where she seduces the nerd pony who buys the last thing of asparagus. Who, by the way, he's got some awesome
Asparagus
guns.
makes your pee smell funny.
He's got some awesome guns, might I add. Just
Look at the pea
yeah.
shooters.
Pew pew.
Watch and learn.
Hold it right there, Mr. Small and Handsome.
Who? Me?
Oh, of course you. No pony ever called you handsome before.
That'd be a big no.
Oh, well, they should. How about flexing some of your muscles for me? Oh, my heavens! Do you think a strong, handsome stallion such as yourself could give my friend the last asparagus?
Nah.
That's not so hard, is it?
And so then we get to see Pinkie Pie's little example.
Confuse them.
Confuse him.
You thought there was another part to that saying, didn't you?
No. I know exactly what's going on.
I have him captive.
So,
Help him. He's been kidnapped.
so we
He
get
looks
to
like this.
Amber Alert! Wait, no, I think that doesn't count after you're like 14.
Nobody cares about you. It's not because
I'm
you're
like
black, it's
Pip.
because you're old.
So, this is a
racism
fantastic
here.
little reference to good old Looney Tunes. If you didn't get to see it, you missed out on an important childhood milestone, and that's the classic Wabbit season, Duck season, Wabbit season.
I wish
Duck
they would
season.
bring Looney Tunes back in full swing.
I do too. I actually have a cassette
A
tape.
moment for childhood sadness and remembrance.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's enough.
But yeah, so I actually even have a cassette tape with 8 hours straight of Looney Tunes, and that's actually where I first saw the Duck season, Rabbit season
Cassette
thing.
tapes. They still hold more video than most DVDs.
They were pretty boss.
Yeah.
Although for some reason Titanic takes up 2 tapes, even though it only takes up 1 DVD. I don't know how they worked that out.
I suppose there's just a difference between the compression of files.
So, we get that
Magnets,
adorable little.
How do they work?
Yeah, we get that adorable little 1-bit, 2-bit, 1-bit, 2, and so they keep swapping it out and about.
And then
so,
reverse psychology comes into play.
What do you think you're doing?
Minding my own business. Maybe you should try it.
2 bits for tomatoes is outrageous. 1 bit is the right price.
I say it's 2 bits.
1 bit.
2 bits.
1 bit.
2 bits.
1 bit.
2 bits.
2 bits.
1 bit.
2 bits.
1 bit.
I insist it's 2 bits or nothing.
1 bit, and that's my final offer.
Have it your way. 1 bit it is.
yeah, so,
Reverse psychology. It's like psychology, but in reverse.
so then they give Fluttershy the chance to try out these tactics on her own. And there's of course a cherry vendor.
It goes horribly. It's bad.
There's a cherry vendor who only has 1 cherry left, by the way. Terrible cherry vendor. Somehow he got narrowed down to 1
It is a
cherry.
pretty good looking cherry.
And they're pretty big too, if you think about it. They're like that big. But so first thing that she tries.
His 5 o'clock shadow pony beard.
So first thing she tries is she tries to seduce him. Doesn't go so well.
Oh, hey, Mr. Handsome. I know you want to do the right thing because you're handsome and strong, and big, handsome, strong guys are always nice to every pony, right?
10 bits for the cherry.
So then after trying that, she tries haggling.
It's so horrible that Pinkie Pie buries her head in the ground like an ostrich.
So eventually she ends up only digging herself further and further into this buying hole, and the cherry ends up costing 20 bits, and then she only ends up having it bought out from under her nose for 2 bits by some random pony.
Just like eBay. Just like eBay.
eBay!
No!
So,
Curse you, whoever bought that toaster waffle iron from me at the last second. I swear I clicked it in the 0.001.
you need fast internet speeds to compete competitively on eBay. So she's missing that 1 ingredient. So she makes the salad for Angel, and honestly, if she hadn't have mentioned it, he might not have noticed.
I totally wouldn't have.
Ta-da! Here you go, Angel. Sorry there's no cherry on top, but the rest of it is exactly what you wanted. Angel?
He only had to look at the book and confirm. You totally wouldn't have noticed.
So, altogether though, we're already mad at him enough.
The flavor, the tang wouldn't have been right.
Yeah, so we're mad at him enough. He's already crossed the Rubicon with us this episode. But then he has the even further audacity to kick her and her salad out the door and into the mailbox.
To be fair, he just kicks the salad out. Now that's what threw me. You don't waste good food. You don't waste good food, people.
Either way, it still had her flying out of her house
food.
into a mailbox.
Food.
Either way, I was like, Angel, I'm done with you. You used to be clever. Now you're just pure evil. So, finally, Fluttershy decides that it's time to get assertive. So, she finds a little pamphlet, which it turns out I didn't even notice this until earlier today. But the fact that the goat actually drops it off in her mailbox at one point during the episode.
Got a little basket, the same basket that Iron Will carries his groceries in, apparently. And she's got.
They can't afford more. Why do you think they were so adamant about getting Fluttershy's payment?
I wonder how much they charge for that.
I think they just forgot, and he only remembered Fluttershy because he called her up on stage. Either way, so
pony magnets, how do they work?
So so she decides to go to this seminar, and so obviously one of the very first things of note is that she tries to go into the front row. And at a seminar for being more assertive, she still gets kicked to the back.
Excuse me.
That's like going to a weak nerd convention and being the weakest nerd. In all meanings of the word. Weak in science, weak in math, weak in body, weak in video game skills, weak in ninja skills,
So
weak in random trivia.
it's a pretty epic little opening for that seminar. We get this nice little Eye of the Tiger reference.
Do, do,
Do 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 do. So it's this very nice little Eye of the Tiger opening with lots of fireworks, lots of excitement. He has this little opening speech thing. He has this little opening speech thing that he goes through. And then there's even a little Mr. T reference pretty early on.
Pity the fool who doesn't appreciate. But I pity the fool who doubts Iron Will's methods.
I pity the fool. So.
It's got his veins in full vein.
Oh yeah, even one of his little veins busts out when he does it. It's pretty trippy. So, fine. So basically, during the seminar, of course, he asks for a volunteer. And so they're obviously looking for someone who'd be the best example. Fluttershy is pretty much the only person you can really point out in the audience who isn't raising her hand. So, of course, they pick on her. And she's like, me?
Now, to demonstrate that Iron Will's techniques will work for any pony, I'm gonna need a volunteer. You in the back row!
Who, me?
Yes, ooh. He's just like, you.
So he calls her onto stage, and so she's presented with her first little challenge, and that's that the goat is told to not let her on stage. And so we learn that when some pony tries to block, show them that you rock! So he asks her several different, he asks her, like, what do you do? And she's like, walk around him? No. And so she sort of timidly avoids wanting to do anything, and so then finally...
Go home and try again tomorrow.
Girl, it's so adorable. So he flicks her into him, and she knocks him over, and then he tells her not to apologize and to be assertive and all that.
When some pony tries to block, show them that you rock!
Sorry.
Don't be sorry! Be assertive! Never apologize when you can criticize! Why don't you watch where you're going? Now, you try.
Next time, get out of the way before I you, cause I totally won't when I do. Next time, get out of the way before I bump into you, cause I totally won't be sorry when I do.
The goat just looks so helpless.
Poor
goat.
I honestly,
well.
I think I would feel the same effect, but differently. Like, it wouldn't be so much as, oh, I'm scared of this person, as much as I'm confused at this person. But either way, her adorable little her adorable little smack talk to the goat, it was pretty enjoyable. So then Iron Will's like, oh, I'm gonna make a lot of money off of this girl, off of this mare. So of course then we get this adorable little smile, and so then Fluttershy, she's all excited and pumped up, so she gets prepared to tackle the day with her newfound assertiveness, and so we get our first example of that with the gardener pony.
Excuse me, Mr. Greenhooves, but I think you might be overwatering my petunias again.
Let the professional handle it.
Treat me like a pushover, and you'll get the once-over.
Well, perhaps that is enough water.
Thank you.
I think he's a pony. He doesn't exactly have the right proportions.
He doesn't.
everywhere.
I liked your idea earlier about him being a mule, because we know what
Or
donkeys
something.
look like.
I mean, they made mention to mule once, but we're not sure if that's exactly canon.
Yeah, but I like that's my only possible idea
Because
because
he does seem to be a blank flank.
yeah.
Which makes no sense at his age and with him gardening.
So I think I'm pretty solid with mule for now.
Or at least some other hoofed creature. Like an okapi.
He's just weird altogether. Although
Or
I
a
still wonder
camel.
why did she hire him even though like he trolled the heck out of her at the Grand Galloping Gala.
To apologize for putting him in a net. And I think there was a pitfall somewhere in there.
And a box on his head, but he got a free carrot.
Yeah, the carrot. And a free hat.
So, of course, it works out well for her. She stops up the
I
hose.
wish that gentlemen still wore hats. Think how fancy we'd all look if we had hats. All day, every day. We'd be like, I'm fancy as fuck.
Seriously, bottle? Anyway. So, of course,
Seriously.
it goes pretty well, and she gets excited about it. So, the next opportunity that we get to see of her using her assertiveness is she's at Sugar Cube Corner.
No, that the two ponies with the trash.
Oh yeah, the garbage. Sorry, that's my bad. I got it mixed up here on my my review notes. So
Bon Bon and Lyra talking.
no, it wasn't Lyra. It was that random like
Cold.
pink red. It was like she's like hot pink with a yellow mane,
Show pony.
with like a kind of Jewishy accent.
Show pony business is tough.
Go ahead, try one of your jokes out on me. I laugh at everything.
Okay. A donkey and a mule are stuck on a desert island. Excuse me, would you mind moving your cart so I can pass? Yeah, in a minute. I just want to finish up this story. And so the donkey says to the mule, ahem, can you move? You're blocking my path. Yeah, in a minute. So the donkey says to the mule, when somebody tries to block, show them that you rock. And the mule Easy does it, lady. We're moving, okay? Good.
Yes, of course.
So of course, they're
They were
blocking
telling a
her
joke,
path.
and
Yeah.
we didn't get to hear the end of it.
We didn't get to
I
hear
don't-
the whole joke.
I'm so-
We didn't get to hear the
My
punchline.
mind, I need closure.
So
Put
it'd be
possible
interesting if
answers
anyone.
to your joke somewhere else and claim the victory on internet.
Yeah, somebody should come up with an ending for that joke. It sounds like it had potential. So they don't want to move out of her way. So
It's
then
still
she,
on.
instead of flying over,
thing.
she bucks the
mute
cart. And this just
Don't
shows
touch my mute
Fluttershy's crazy strength yet again. She's able to lift both carts up at a 90-degree angle, and thus dumping all of the garbage onto the ponies in front.
To be fair, she's got a backlog of super rages. She can just use her limit break whenever she wants now.
So, of course, that gets them to move, and so she just keeps getting more and more confident with new Fluttershy. So, then there's the scene at Sugar Cube Corner. So, she gets to Sugar Cube Corner, and she's waiting in line, and some random pony, tap, 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 cuts her in line. And so then, that won't stand with new Fluttershy.
Who's next, please? And what can I get for you today? What do you think you're doing? Didn't you see me?
I guess maybe.
Maybe. Maybes are for babies. Now go to the back of the line where you belong!
New Fluttershy yells. And she has that yell where she's maxed out her volume, but she's still trying to get louder and angrier sounding. You all know a girl who sounds like that. You do.
Or you've all watched some online video where people are trying to yell and they obviously had like a mother home said like, "Oh my god, look out! Ah!" Seriously, if you're gonna record something, you should just be as passionate about it as possible. You should feel free to yell out loud! And I don't want to risk it because, for me, it's more of a mic thing. The mic will hurt your ears if I do that.
It will cause an echo!
It does cause an echo, too, because of the whole two mics thing.
Echo!
I hope that was trippy enough for you.
I hurt your brain. I hurt your brain in places you didn't even know you had. Yeah, I'm gonna kill this guy eventually with whatever people find funny in me.
Water!
Joke's on him. It has backwash. Need more water.
I hate you so much right now. So much. Okay. I'm good. I'm good. Good. So, of course, so she manages to scare every other pony to the back of the line with this little act of assertiveness. And so Pinkie Pie and Rarity are like, they're like, "Hey, look at you, girl!
Hurrah! Good job."
Well done, well done." And so, but then things start going a little too far.
Pinkie Pie gets out her pink punch.
Looks very tasty, by the way.
Pink punch. I'll be a while.
So she starts laughing, and then Fluttershy, her new assertiveness, takes over, and she's like, she immediately assumes that the laughing is at her. So she tips the punch over on Pinkie Pie's head, and then just walks off. So, of course, this is when they first realize that something's wrong.
I'm back.
And then, things just get worse from there. So, she calls it, she happily goes outside, and then she calls a cab. And then, some pony tries to take it. And yet again, this will not stand.
Share the cab fare.
Taxi! Oh, no, you don't. Cut in line. I'll take what's mine. No pony pushes new Fluttershy around. No pony!
What is up with people not being able to share cabs? Like, why do people always have to either steal a cab or, if they get stolen, be like, "Get out of my cab"? Like, I mean, you just be the bigger person. Be like, "Tell you what, why don't we just share? Like, where are you going? Okay, I'm halfway there. We'll share the fare."
I'll give you like $20. You give me like $20, and I'll keep your $20 and pay the $20 necessary to get to my house.
So altogether, this is just another reason why new Fluttershy. She's a bit of a shun from everything that we know and love and
New
follow and
Fluttershy
believe
is
in.
horrible. Old Fluttershy is nice. New Fluttershy will be destroyed. Old Fluttershy can stay forever.
So we get that nice little old Canterlot voice peeking out there.
Yeehaw!
And-
caps lock.
And then as she's riding away, Rarity and Pinkie Pie continue to speak in third person, which is it's just sort of one of those adorable
entire
random things.
episode Hulk reference. Hulk.
But there's this one had references out the wazoo. So
What the hell is a wazoo? Nobody ever explains that.
Urban Dictionary, away.
Oh God! Why did we look that up?
So she so then the next day starts, and then it goes from her getting psyched up more to her getting psychoed up. Thanks to that comment, by the way. Somebody posted that, so I'm using it. So yeah, she gets psychoed up, and then she uses her. Oh God, I sound like a ghoul from Fallout. So she.
Well, smooth skin, you're not exactly pretty either.
So she she uses her royal Canterlot voice on the poor little animals in her cottage, and then she goes out of her house. And so then she checks her mail, and she got the wrong mail. And of
You
course,
have mail.
it's not yours.
But how, Internet? How? I don't know.
No. AOL sucks.
It's for enslaving bloggers. Still on, people.
So,
Still on.
Fluttershy, she immediately gets angry and takes it all out on the male pony.
Poor male pony. He sounded nice, too.
Right! What? He's delivered the wrong mail again!
Ooh.
A new Fluttershy does not want the wrong mail delivered to her cottage.
Oh, did I mix them up again? Sorry about that.
You apologize, I penalize.
Ooh.
He has a very nice little voice. And big glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I am blind Japanese pony. Could you please direct me to the nearest market?
So of course she gets mad at him, shoves him in a mailbox, and then the male pony with the
Slaps
cart
his-
comes in. By the way, same male pony who delivers the letter in the last roundup, so he still exists.
Yay!
So then we get the tourist pony, who still yet again exists.
Mhm.
Same dude. Although his voice wasn't his voice just a little bit different though.
Yeah, but all
Yeah.
of their voices.
Yeah, their
change
voice.
and everything.
Even bonbons, like back at the bridge scene,
Maybe it's not a candy. Maybe it's a lozenge.
it has to be a lozenge. Like I swear, there's something wrong with her throat.
Mm.
Either that or DHX loves trolling us about the fact that she's become a well-based community pony, and yet we get no consistency, as we get with any other community pony. We are going to troll you! We are going to troll you!
You can do anything. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh.
So, then, so back to Tourist Pony, though. So, he asks for directions, and then she tries to talk to him, but then drops her postcard letter thing in the water. So then she takes it out on the Tourist Pony.
Excuse me, do you know how to get to the Ponyville Tower?
Sure, yes.
Oh, that's a shame.
You make me lose, I blow my fuse!
You make me lose, I blow my fuse.
She spun him right round, baby, right round like a record, baby, then shot put straight into the hay bale. On the plus side, he found where he was going.
He found where he seemed rather happy. He was like, "There it is!
Thank you.
Thanks! That was a very refreshing and an almost life-terrifying way to find
It's
out.
like a roller coaster.
Without the safety belts. Or
Well, there was
any
this
belt.
hay here. I may have lost my camera, but other than that, I'm good.
Even though it was like a $5,000 Kodak and all that, but
And also, it's like the only one in existence in Equestria. But
Yeah.
other than that,
I lost
it's
my
good.
wife trying to get it, but oh well.
It's good. It's cool.
It's cool.
It's cool.
So, of course, then Pinkie Pie and Rarity come to try to tell her that something's up, and she refuses to listen to reason. Now, this is it's still moderately acceptable. We still don't really like New Fluttershy, but it's still moderately acceptable. But then New Fluttershy crosses the line.
The line. You don't cross the line.
If you didn't almost tear up in any kind of way, or at least somewhere in your heart go, oh,
I gave a little miss there.
you're a little. I must say
Yes, you may
you're a little
remember.
heartless. Just I
heartless
think you
beast
should get
and I messed it up.
inspected. There might be a valve or two missing, or maybe there's a black hole consuming your soul right there.
No, to be fair, I've got all of those, and I still messed it up a little.
Yeah, so I don't know.
You may want to be checking yourself, but because you may be already dead.
But I know I'm normally a moderately callous person. Like, I can look at it, like, I'm the kind of person that would, like, watch someone die and be like, oh, that really sucks for him. Like that kind of.
Well, let's bury him. Nah, burns faster. Let's do it.
But and even I was just like, no, no.
The wrongness of this act. New
And-
Fluttershy's got to go.
Things getting too complicated for your simple little brain, Pinkie Pie?
Now, stop right there! Let's not let things descend into petty insults.
Why not? I thought petty was what you're all about, Rarity, with your petty concerns about fashion.
Hey, leave her alone! Fashion is her passion!
Oh, and what are you passionate about? Birthday cake? Party hats? I can't believe that the two most frivolous ponies in Ponyville are trying to tell new Fluttershy how to live her life when they are throwing their own lives away on pointless pursuits that no pony else gives a flying feather about! Looks like nasty Fluttershy is here to stay!
I cannot believe what that monster Iron Will has done to you.
Iron Will's not a monster! He's a minotaur!
So obviously, it's one thing if you make Rarity cry. It's an even worse thing if you make Pinkie Pie cry. But combine that, and that is just pure evil. Like honestly, I think that if we had our antagonist in season 3, if all of the ponies were to say like have their alter egos exist, Flutter bitch would probably by far be the most hated / intimidating one of them all. Because if you can make both of them cry, that's pretty darn intimidating.
I agree with you, but if they had all of their ultra crazy egos go, I'd be most fearful of Twilight's crazy because not only
it would
is she
be crazy.
absolutely bonkers, she's got mad power.
Well, but no. If it's their alter ego, though, it would be the opposite of magic. Because for Applejack, she would obviously lie. Fluttershy would be mean. Pinkie Pie wouldn't laugh. Rarity wouldn't be generous.
Really, this episode is just Fluttershy being unlaughter.
So
I have no laughter and time for your tricks.
anyway,
Tricks are for kids. And
Anyway,
kids are for eating.
So we digress a bit, but
I used to be a professional digresser. But more on that later.
By the way, for the longest time I thought that word was digest. Like I was always like, what do people mean I digest? It's digress.
Digest.
I do that with words. Like, I'll read a word a certain way for like a few years, and then all of a sudden realize that's not even how it's spelled.
I pronounce words my own way, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it, even if I'm wrong.
So, obviously, makes them cry, and then there's also a point. This further confirms my theories that Pinkie has no bones, and that she does that neck twisty thing again. And so, and then I'll even talk about, there's an even better example
to be
further
fair,
on.
they are Western animation, which has been well known for their lack of A, skeletons, except for when the skeleton jumps out of them. B, any sort of any sort of boundness by the laws of physics. C, any sort of reason, and the ability to heal super fast from anything.
I still, one of the things I think it would be,
works.
I think it would be kind of fun if the hub threw us like a little background reference, like if one day, like somewhere off in the back where you wouldn't really notice it unless you were paying a lot of attention, where if we could have Pinkie Pie walk in front of an X-ray screen and then have there not be any bones, just as a little joke. Like for instance, in
a cupcake instead of a brain.
That would be fantastic as well. Like if you watch
from the hub's watching,
hint.
I
mean, because we had one in episode 1, season 1. Like if you pay attention, when Twilight Sparkle walks past her hourglass, as the unicorn statue comes into focus of the hourglass, it turns into Nightmare Moon. If you didn't notice it, you've been missing out, because obviously it was noted when the first episode came out. So, but either way, still, it's just something interesting to note. But it would be nice to have something like that, just for the heck of it. So,
still on.
Again, digressing. So then,
digesting.
we also we also get before they start crying, Pinkie Pie does this little hip sway thing, like no girl. So after she makes them cry and run away, she realizes that she's become a monster. And so we get the sad Hulk piano walking away music. And then we see her go back into her cottage and seal herself away, and then everything's dead and there's no animals, and for some reason her little creek turned brown. Poo. So so
looks like
Rarity,
you're not from my gene pool.
So Rarity
Gene
and
pool.
Fluttershy try to convince her out of her
It's a play
out of
on
her
words from
cottage.
Gene pool. It's gene poo.
So they try to convince her out of her cottage, but she's still not very sure. And so there's also this really epic 3D scene, very nice little animation style.
Not to
I
mention her
liked it.
horns.
Yeah, when she gets the little horns. So then obviously Iron Will comes to collect his payment because he hears that her assertiveness has been going well. So Pinkie Pie and Rarity try to stall him. Rarity tries her seduction method.
Pinkie Pie
Fluttershy
goes full giraffe.
Yeah, so this is another one of those examples where she has no bones.
Iron Will come back this afternoon.
But that's only half a day. We need 1 full day at least.
Iron Will delay for half a day and no longer.
A full day.
Half day.
Full day.
Half day.
Half day.
Full day.
We need half a day and no more.
Well, you'll get a full day and no less.
Okie dokie. See you tomorrow.
Wait, what?
And we also get more Bugs Bunny haggling going on there. Just yet again, more fantastic half day, full day, half day, full day.
Fucking physics. Just like.
Yeah, walks on air as she's walking away. It's just ridiculous. And then in the end, Fluttershy just sneezes, and then he's like, "Oh, well then I can bug her now." Dumps Pinkie in the swamp. Goat starts trying to eat her tail. Which makes us wonder just how sentient those things really are. Like, they don't look like they have souls. They're semi-intelligent, but at the same time they're stupid.
So they're lower middle class workers?
They're like not even lower middle class. They're like upper lower class.
No, the upper lower class no longer works. They're lower middle class now.
Either way,
Sad fact of the times.
Either way, I still don't know what's up with them. So Iron Will tears away the boards.
Goat.
So Iron Will tears away the boards. Only you go, knock, knock, knock.
Well, he's a minotaur, not a monster. God, Juan. Just assuming just 'cause I have gigantic muscles, I'd rip a door, rip open a door, rip open another door, just to rip open another door, and then walk right into your home. No! Something of politeness.
Which just goes to show, Equestria is still better than, I mean, our tax collectors here in the real world are...
And also, it's apparently just Canadian style. There wasn't no lock on that door.
Yeah, so of course Fluttershy comes out and we're like, oh no, what's going to happen? And then Fluttershy, she uses her newfound assertiveness, but in a whole new light.
What did you say?
No.
Oh, I'd hate to be you right now, because Iron Will is gonna rain down a world of hurt unless Iron Will gets his money. Pronto!
As I recall, during your workshop you promised 100% satisfaction guaranteed or you pay nothing. Well, I'm not satisfied.
What do you mean you're not satisfied? Every pony has always been satisfied!
Well, I guess I'm the first then. But since I'm not satisfied, I refuse to pay. It's as simple as that.
Just, no. Just short and simple, no. So she, eventually, Iron Will's like...
Reason. Doom to doom. Curse your logic for being infallible.
Yeah, so Iron Will's like, oh, well then, I guess you're not 100% satisfied. So he leaves, and we're all just like...
No
You
means
rock!
no. I better take that into account for my next seminar. I never thought of that.
Now give me my frilly basket. We have shopping to do.
Shopping!
Shopping! So, of course, Fluttershy learns from this episode that she needs to moderate her assertiveness.
There's a line.
Yeah,
Don't cross it.
She needs to be less mean assertive, but at the same time stand up for herself from occasion.
Need to use the stare.
Yeah, the stare that she for some reason forgot she had or something. I don't know.
And she used it on Angel Bunny finally in the end.
Yeah, and so in the end, Angel was like, "Oh, never mind, this salad's boss."
Delicious.
So, that is our review of this episode. Again,
fantastic.
Just well done, spot on. You guys, they just nailed
Jolly
it
good
right
job,
on the head.
chaps. Now I'll
It's
meet
jolly
you for tea and scones at 4.
So, I'm also extremely excited as a Twilight Sparkle fan. I am really looking forward to this episode with the potential it has. It's rivaling Lesson Zero as my
More
favorite
on
episode.
that when it comes to me.
And so on that's also another thing is I feel kind of bad that poor Plot Point over here. His videos get like
I'm okay with the people.
maybe I don't even know less than 2% of the views that the main cast gets.
I don't really do anything new. I just take stuff that's already there and I make it more, you know, logical.
So if you check out Plot Point's Crazy Theories, I've got a playlist for it. It always uploads right along with the main
Sometimes
cast.
they're fun, and they've got a reoccurring little segment in them about Scootaloo. You like
Yes.
Scootaloo,
If you survived through the first episode, then you got to hear his first Scootaloo theory, and there's one of them in each Plot Point's Crazy Theories. And so basically, Plot Point's Crazy Theories is it's an extension of the show. If you got through the entire main cast and you're like, I like this, then Plot Point Crazy Theories is just a little bit more added on to that.
And I go a little crazier than I do here. Because
I'm not
it's
holding
just
him back
me.
with my schedules and my time constraints.
And I can talk like I do Norm.
Because I pump up the volume on his mic because there's a balance issue between these two, but when he's by himself, I'm just like, jack it! Yeah, sorry about that. My iPhone, it always stops me at like 49 minutes, 51 seconds. So it cut us off right as we were finishing, which is interesting that it does that. So anyway, all we needed to say was I'm gonna give you a link right here for our Mystery Pony Theater 20,000 and a link right here for Plot Point's Crazy Theories. They're both great. If you like us, check them out. So that's all we had to say. We're excited for this weekend. Friday we get to get ponies from McDonald's. Saturday we get a Twilight Sparkle time travel episode. We're pretty pumped. Oh, and also, I completely forgot to mention this at the beginning. There's also, if you're interested, it's been leaked as to what the season finale is going to be. So if you want to, I'm not going to ruin it for anyone, but if you go to Equestria Daily, you can surely find it. There's a TV guide leak as to what it's going to be. But it's just a synopsis. We're going to get it anyway, like, next week. Like, as we always get a couple episodes ahead. So, but either way, it poses an interesting question. He hasn't seen it yet. I've seen it, and it poses some questions. So, anyway, Afro Circuit.
Plot Point.
We'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, and also, subscribe! Let's see, what side would it be on? It's either up there...
In the middle.
Or up there. I don't think it's in the middle.
It is now.
Let's see. Let me think about this. I'm a YouTube page. I'm a YouTube page. I think it would be
there.
over there. Would it be over there?
Look.
Yeah, it would be over
You
there.
can see the whole entire screen. Why don't you just click the part where it says subscribe?
I think it's there. I think it's there. I think it's there.
I think it's there.
But yeah, so, but subscribe. It makes us feel good every time we see people subscribing. And it makes us feel particularly bad when we realize that one of them is us.
It was only 5 times. I swear to nublets, I'm not nublets.
But so, and then thank you to the 11 people who are already subscribed. Love you guys. Hope you guys have been enjoying the clips I've been putting up. By the way, I have over 70 clips from the newest episode. That's a clip every 20 seconds, I believe.
He's crazy.
Yeah, so I've got clips from 19, 18, 17,
Crazy
16,
Afro circuits.
and 15 now. So
Clip
all of
show
those
of
clips are
madness.
available to you.
I think that's about it, people.
So, yeah. Peace out.
Get out of the way before I you, 'cause I totally